Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing 2 of these Minecraft Miniverse. It should be the rabbit stew, which I've really been wanting to see in the mutton. So these do have pencil marks. The cheat sheets just got updated, so I'll point out where these ones are in case you're interested, and hopefully they are right. So the rabbit stew, there's a pencil mark right here, and then on the mutton there's one on this corner. So hopefully they're accurate. Let's see. So this one should be the rabbit stew. Let's open the containers. Okay, so we got some resin. Oh, yay, it is. Well, this is interesting. We have this plastic fiery piece. The resin, where if you collect the whole series, you can make a portal using these blocks. I love this. This is what we're making the stew in. Of course, we got a rabbit who opens and there's meat inside. Oh my god, and I think it's rabbit shaped. I love that. I think that's so funny. This probably has our extra pieces in it, which include dirt that I just threw that had stuff hidden inside. Oh my god, is that a mushroom? That's adorable. I think we're supposed to dig through here to get out stuff. I just made a mess. Okay, let's get the checklist out and look. This other side is our display case. Sometimes that piece is hard to get off, but this time it wasn't. They do have it shaped in a circle that you're going to push through, and that's where your bowl will sit to display it if you want to, in fact, display it that way. Of course, you don't have to, but let's clean up and we'll make this one, and then we'll open this one. I'll show you the instructions real quick. So that piece of fire, you could just bend and put the rabbit in it to look like insinuating that you're cooking it. Take out the rabbit meat. You dig around in that dirt, and there should be some mushrooms, some carrots, and what looks like a potato. You shake the resin, add the nozzle, you fill it up a little over halfway, and then cure it. That yellow block means the sun. So you're gonna cure it for 15 minutes. Then you're gonna add those veggies on top with a little bit of resin over it, and then cure it again for another 15 minutes. And that's it. You can display it, and super cute. So it does say to shake this. It never does in any other series or set. So I did give it a little shake and set that aside. Don't know how important that is, but we did already find the mushroom, and there's a carrot over here. I'll show you up close what those look like, but I'm gonna dump this, I think. I'm just gonna go in with my hand. I don't know if we're gonna have extra pieces or if it's literally just one of each. On the one picture, it looks like there's 2 carrots, 2 mushrooms, and like a potato. This stuff just feels like, oh, there it is. Kinetic sand. So we're probably going to have leftover pieces unless you want to put all of this in your stew. They just show one of each, and the bowl is kind of small on top, so maybe I will keep one of each just off to the side, but I'm gonna just double check and make sure that's probably it, should be it, but don't want to leave any adorable pieces behind, that's for sure. And I will save this stuff too. So yeah, I think that's all for that. The potato is adorable. Carrot, and they're all pixelated. That's what it looks like up close. So cute. Put that back down there. We could take apart the rabbit, get the piece of rabbit meat, and then you could snap this back together for a display. And this is kind of rabbit shaped as well, and pixelated. So cute. What did I do with my fire? Here it is. It shows it like in a square shape, but doesn't really look like it would make that, but there's 2 slits here where you could cross it and then put it around the rabbit. I think it would be hard to make a square shape like it shows. but we can put our bunny in there. Poor bunny. Well, that's a little difficult, but I could probably get it to stay if I wanted to. We'll just put that around it. Okay, let's take this off. Like I've said in the other videos, I'll say it again in case this is your first Minecraft video you're watching from me. This resin seems to take a lot longer to cure. It also seems like it feels sticky even though it's cured. So, just FYI. Okay, it's a brown color, which is awesome. If I have any leftovers of this, I'm going to use it as the handle for another pickaxe probably. I've been making a ton of pickaxes. Maybe I'll show my updated collection at the end of this video. So I think it should go to the top of that inner part. So maybe just a few more drops. These bottles are a little difficult to squeeze. I think something like that is good. So let's cure that and I'll be back to show you the next step. Cured this for 16 minutes. You can see it looks like wrinkly, for lack of a better word, if you turn to the side. And there is a large bubble. Where's it at? Oh, right here, underneath, but you're not gonna be able to see that, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's just place these on here. See what looks best. Some of the pieces still have some dirt on them. It's not gonna matter because we're putting resin on it. And it might help add to the stew effect. I think that's cute. Good arrangement. And then, yeah, we're just gonna add a little bit of resin over it, just so it looks like it's a little submerged. Let's see. Just gonna gently place them around. It is see-through-ish, so it's not going to take away from the cute details. It's okay to put some on top of the items. I guess it's up to you how much you want to fill it up. Something like that. Might add a little bit more over here. Kind of looks like a low spot. I think that's super cute, so I'm going to go cure it for another 15 minutes. Be back to show you the final product, and then we'll work on the next one. While we're waiting on that to cure, let's go ahead and make a pickaxe. This part is leftover resin from my wonton soup from my cafe series. And I don't know how much is in here. So if it's not enough, we'll at least have like a base down, and then I could always like put a different brown behind it. That might look cool. Or clear even. You don't know. Some of them I've added mica to, some of them I haven't. I've just been literally whatever I have left over, I'm like, yeah, let's put that with this next color. Let's see what it looks like. So at the end of this video, this should be done curing. This is super bubbly. If I have leftovers, I'll do the head of this tool as well. So this, though it looks kind of yellow, it does look like chicken stock. That's what it's supposed to be. But under the black light, it's like neon yellow. It's very pretty. Looks like highlighter yellow. So just want to show you that real quick. I'll show you the end product at the end of the video. This is our final product. I absolutely love it. I think it's so cute. Adorable. And I love the bowl that it's in. Also, slight update. I ended up putting the brown just in that middle design, and I'm gonna fill the rest with some other color. Maybe whatever colors of that next one, I'm not sure. But these molds are awesome because you don't really need to do anything like difficult. It just kind of fills in those areas. Overfill it if you want it solid, but you can also do like details like that even in the handle. So I'm really loving this series and the molds. Yeah, so that is all of the rabbit stew. We'll put it in the display case at the end, but let's see if this is in fact the mutton. Yes? Question mark? Yes, it is. Okay. Wait. Is this the pork chop again? Because that looks like a... Hold on. No, duh, because the pork chop would be a pig. It is the mutton, because it's the sheep. Gotcha. Just slightly confusing myself. Okay, cool. I did get a couple duplicates of the pig, which is why I was confused. Here's our little oven. We got to take the coal out of there. This is to stomp it all up. We did get a purple resin this time for our portal. What else? Oh, our sheep friend. He's so cute. He's actually kind of creepy, but has the meat hidden in there. I just think that is the funniest little detail that they could have added. I'm loving that. Also have the pan to put it on that goes in the oven. That's where we're going to put our resin on. So again, this is an easy build too. If I can get this back half open, sometimes that's difficult. And if you get one with a silicone mold, it's often in that back piece. So this one, we will use this, which is double-sided tape, to stick it there when we're done. And then it makes a really cool display case. So let's clean up and get organized, and we will start this one. So for this build, we're going to take out the stuff at the bottom of here and crush it. There will be a piece of coal in there. That literally does nothing. You don't crush the coal again. You just stick it in the furnace and it flips over. It's just like a cute added part that you can do. Then you take the meat out of our little sheep friend, shake the resin, put the nozzle on, put the meat on here, add some resin on it. I'm curious to know what color it is, because when I did the pork chop, it was not the color it was supposed to be. It's kind of a weird color. But anyways, you can set it in the oven and then under a light or the sunlight for 15 minutes to cure it. And then you can display it. So again, easy peasy. So first step would be to get this out. They did package all this stuff really well. And they have it like tucked in little places to conserve on room. Very good idea. Okay, so we have one little cube, kind of looks like a sugar cube, and it does crush very easily. So let me get one of the lids. You're gonna put it in there. You apply a little bit of pressure, and it crumbles. And then it should be fairly easy to see the coal out of there. It's just a little black piece, super cute. So you're gonna go over here, put the coal down and just push it through the door and it starts the fire. Next, we break open our little friend, take the meat out. You can watch it cook. Again, they're all pixelated and fun looking. So they have theirs going like this. I think that's cute. Just barely fits on there. Now let's get the resin ready. I do cure these bottles when I get all the resin out. That way if the kids want to put it together to make a portal, they surely can, and nothing's going to leak out. It does look like it's a brown color, so that's good. Now, this is very shallow, so you don't want to put too much on, but we will drip some over it just so it adheres once it cures. All right, make sure it's on there how you want it. I'm gonna put just a little on at first. Maybe like that. It is kind of running a little bit. We should have a lot of this left over to mess with our little creations, our axes and stuff. But you can set it in here and put a light on top if you want to cure it that way. But yeah, once I cure that for 15 minutes, I'll come back and show you everything. While that's curing, I think I'm going to add the rest of this on top. I think it's slightly darker and that might be a cool contrast. We will find out. Yes, okay, cool. So it is slightly darker. That might look neat. So again, I'll put this under the light and show you the big reveal at the end. Hopefully it looks cute. I think these are ready to display. The weapons I made, they still feel sticky, so I'm having them stay under the lamp for a while. Should be able to just, there we go. Just turn it gently until it wants to snap in there. My goodness, this thing moved and now I have to readjust that part. Normally they're pretty easy, there you go. So that's how it can be displayed. And then this flips over as a base. It does not snap into it, but it will line up nicely. And then of course you can put the back on it too, so that it's like a whole cube thing. Wrong way. This is the back. And then the Miniverse part is the base. I don't know why there's a hole in it. The other ones aren't like that. It doesn't look like a break either. It just looks like it was like melted or something. So that's how those go. And then for the other one, again, that snaps on there. And then you take the double-sided tape. They give you like 4 pieces, so I've just been using the same piece for all of mine. Gonna place that back here. And then remove the backing. And then place it on there. Now they always put theirs at like an angle in the center. Something like that. I actually should have left that off so I could have pressed from the back side as well. Just put my finger back there just so you can press it down without it completely collapsing, and now it's nice and snug in there. And then the same thing with this one. You can display like that. Very cute. But that's what it looks like. Glossy. And there's like a slight brown tint to it. You could see it much better in person. Now, let's check on our weapons. These finally quit feeling sticky. I swear I had to cure them for like 30 minutes. And I did flip it and do it a little bit on the other side too. But this front part is the regular resin, so that cured really quickly. It's just this other resin that I'm a little concerned about. It turned out pretty cool. I like it. And then this, when I flipped it over to cure it on the other side, I couldn't really see the difference in those browns. So I'm not sure if it's gonna look all one color when we take it out or not. I have to kind of loosen it real well. There we go. Oh man, yeah. Can't really tell. I think it was too close of a color, but I like making these. I could show you the box lid. I have like a shoebox lid. I've just been throwing them all in. Let me go get it real quick. I've showed a lot of these, but some of them I've made off screen. Of course, I did like a whole Christmas line because I had a bunch of red and green. This one I thought turned out pretty cool. It did put a bubble in it, but in that middle section I did gray with the gravel, and then I had some green and then some white, and we have some normal looking ones. This one I tried to do a streak of gray. Some did get over there. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them, but I just think that they're fun. And then some of these were cool too, like blocking them like that. I think they're adorable. I'm going to keep using my resin this way, probably till the molds break. So far they haven't torn. They can rip over time. I had that happen to my mushroom ones. These ones are really thick though, so I think I'll be able to get tons of uses out of them. But that is what I have for you today. I do have the diamond pickaxe and the crossbow, I believe. So I'll do those two in an upcoming video together so you can see them at the same time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.